because the music.
Yeah, like copyright issues, no bueno. What's up, fam? Peace. I should have my phone here so I can at least look at the chat. What's this? Peace. What's going on?
It probably is 1 o'clock in the morning here,
It's 1:17.
Pacific Standard Time.
You have to talk a little bit longer.
Oh, hey, I thought I sounded loud. I can't hear in this ear. It's plugged. So
We put some bass in the monitors.
what I say is it's 1 a.m., yeah. It's after 1. It's like 1:15 here.
Yeah.
Close that door. I think that's what I'm talking about. It's not really my ear. That baby, I forgot. It's your girl, Halisi the Wisdom Wordsmith. Brother Coop.
Yeah. Say it loud. I'm trying to find my stuff.
I'm rolling, yeah.
Hmm?
Every time I say Brother Cool, you know what I think about?
What?
Brother Bear. From
Brother Bear.
Berenstein Bear.
I'm just I don't know how to respond to that. Steve Bear's comment.
I'm Sister Bear, I guess, with all this pink on. This is fun.
We got Liz. What's up, Liz?
Hey.
A bunch of night owls. I need to be in bed sleeping.
No, they don't. You know what time it is? It's like 5 a.m. probably where some of them is at.
Oh yeah, they just started.
3, 4.
But I was joking though. Take me mad serious.
No, I was saying they're probably getting up, starting their day. They probably listening to you while they, I don't know, maybe they're making breakfast or something.
Shit, making breakfast while listening to Brother Cool. Ain't that something?
You never know.
Ain't that something?
So what we gonna talk about today, baby? Tonight, this AM. I keep saying tonight is not night.
We could talk about plenty.
Good morning.
I think I would like to go into. Oh yeah, it says 420 in Pittsburgh. It's 419. Ivy. Love to see you too.
Right?
Appreciate that, Travis. Like, don't be angry. Let her go to bed.
Who?
The baby.
What?
And like, don't be angry. Let her go to bed. She knocked out already, y'all. She knocked out. She clapped. I think I want to go into energy first.
Okay, so I
Switch it up.
will give the intro. Okay.
Yes, give the intro for the energy. Bam.
So I will give the intro. So before we came on here to talk to y'all, we was like, okay, what we gonna talk about? We always talk about nationality. So still talking about nationality, but not deviating from the energy work that connects us as humans to the work, right? So remember, this is a divine national movement. This is not just, how people is like, yo, we're going to boycott Starbucks. This is not a movement like just by itself, but this is divine, which means that if you are partnered with someone or whether you're not partnered, if you have come across this information and it's, not just the information, right? But you are the unique key to all of this movement, right? So when we do nationality with folks, I just go straight into it with them. I ask them, what's the old name? What's the free name? What's the name of the business? That's how I do them. Now, some people aren't prepared for that. Okay. Sometimes they're like, what? Maybe they don't have the name of the trust or, the business. The business, the trust, right? Interchangeable to me. So I asked them, because it's important that you know what you do, okay? And once you know what you do in the world, that is an integral piece to the movement, right? Because remember, at one point in time, we were all scattered and not connected, right? We were free. We were in America. We were rocking out, doing our own thing under our own vine and fig tree. But we weren't connected in the way that really mattered, which is where we are now. So I'm a connector, and lately, and I'm also an artist. So I'm a poet, singer, MC, and lately I've been having just a bunch of creative ideas, and a lot of my ideas require mores. Okay, so I mean, not just in the whole unity thing that we need to work together, but I'm talking about like my actual projects. So I'm a children's book author. I need an illustrator. What else? I teach know your rights, know your rights trainings to parents. I'm a parent coach. So you see, like a lot of stuff, I make remedies for when people are sick. A lot of stuff that I do as an individual Moabitess requires others, right? Because I'm not healing just myself, but I'm healing my family, my friends and their children, right? So I need other mores for most of my projects, okay? And I say that to say that we're only good by ourselves to find out who we are, but then we have to connect. So this is I told him, I said, we're gonna talk about nationality because I think that's what you want to talk about.
That's the only thing to talk about.
But the energy of that is the connection, right? Because you can be around other people who got indigenous or more, they're humans.
Yeah.
But people still are energy. So we still, it doesn't matter what title we put on it or where we get back to, if we don't understand ourselves energetically, that means how we feel, our feelings, help us know who we are energetically. Feelings, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like that part of nationality.
Well, yeah, it's definitely making that. That's the most important part, the spiritual connection.
Mm-hmm.
But my perspective is that spiritual connection or that anchor is just the ancestors and what they did and how they conducted and how they presented. That's like the most basic, foundation you can start off in getting yourself back in the flow of what you used to do and who you used to be and how you used to do things. So yeah, it's definitely an energetic thing because it's hard to try to pretend to be a more and you're not really grounded in or you're not really attached. Like for instance, if I say I'm a more, and then it's like, oh, so what treaty are you operating under? And you're like, hold on, let me look it up on Google real quick. Treaty of Peace. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so take them back further.
That shows no connection.
See, and it shows no connection. But see, so this is the energy part too, right?
Mm.
Because a lot of us, some of us may even know the treaty, right?
Mm.
But some of us, our hearts ain't right still, right? We can have the knowledge. I'm talking about we can have the information. That's what you call it. We could have the information, but some of us, I tell everyone that has nationalized through us, or not, I don't even want to say through us, who have come to us just for the knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tell them nationality this is not about fraud. This is not about capitalism. This is not about motive in the way that you're chasing something that doesn't have depth, right? Correct. But remember, this is a divine national movement, so that means that you're living in honor. It's about trust with your brother or sister, right? So that takes people back to intentions, okay? So what are your intentions for nationalizing? Because some people think that they're nationalizing to get a check, or once they come into understanding of the trust, they're like, well, we know trust does deal with finances, right? That is the whole purpose of building wealth, but we know that that is not the reason that you are nationalizing. It's not because, oh, well, I'm going to get a check and then I'm going to put it in the trust. Well, if you've worked, whatever you've done before coming into this knowledge is what's going to feed all of this.
Correct.
You know?
It is going to feed it. And, it's only going to work for you, like you said, if you got a good heart, you got good intention, even when it comes to basic law.
In business,
or in business, if you're putting anything down in writing, you're putting it in public record, something called perjury. So your word got to be a bond, meaning you can't say one thing and then do another thing. You can spend time in prison for that.
Yeah.
Your liberties and freedoms can be taken from that.
But remember, you guys, nationality at this point in time is about connection. So, like he's saying, the penalty of perjury is punishable by prison, so that's being cast out. Remember, we're in this whole fix because the mother cast out the one that didn't look like the other one, or she loved one more than the other. Remember? So this is the energy part of the story, right? So we can't be casting each other out. And how do we do that? We do that when we are dishonest with each other. You can't be telling, you can be honest on paper, but still be deceiving your brother. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Your motives, your heart. Where's your heart? That's what makes that's what separates the wheat from the chaff, right?
It's funny how you say your heart, because the first tenet in our religious creed is love. Love.
Right.
How you gonna be yourself if you ain't got the heart like a lion, love of self, to be yourself and survive? It's called self-preservation.
Yeah.
What are you preserving?
The love of self.
What are you preserving? See, because back then the ancestors was like, yo, all right, bet, yo, if we keep going down this path for warring, the energy outlook is going to be, a lot of our children are going to be joining us under the dirt. So how about we just formulate this treaty? That way there'll be peace. The Europeans can do what they do. We can still do what we do. And the children will still be able to enjoy their wealth and inheritance. That's them showing I'm connected.
Right.
I'm connected. Not only am I connected to those who came before me, I'm connected to those who are going to be coming after me.
Right.
So connection. So when you declare your nationality and it says go back to the ancient ways and thoughts of your ancestors, that's saying, and that's what Prophet Drawley said. He said connect back to the ancient ways, because so man thinketh, so is he. So if you go back to thinking how your ancient ancestors used to think, then your actions is going to be that of your ancestors. Connection.
Yes. And so energetically, what does that mean? Because this is the beautiful part of the work, right? Because we could tell them connect back, and then people are like, yeah, okay, connect, okay. Yeah. So then they're seeking out the people who they deem they think they should connect with. Now, okay, on one hand we have discernment, right? So we are discerning those spirits that we should fellowship with. On the other hand, we have programming, okay? So some of us are picking and choosing who we work with because of how we're judging. That's not the same as discernment of, ooh, stay away from that.
Keep back.
You know what I'm saying? So this is where we are, because I'm an artist, you guys, and I work with middle schoolers. I know he's an artist. I work with middle school kids, teaching them spoken word, right? So middle schoolers are weird, you guys. They're weird and they're wonky and they don't understand themselves. And sometimes they walk weird, right? Because it's puberty, it's all this new stuff happening. So that's really where we are as humans. Understanding the senses, the energy of connection with each other and communicating. We are still very young, okay? We're adolescents in that understanding. And at this point in time, the connection, right? As long as their spirits and their intentions are pure and they're honest and they're living by love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, hey, they may look weird, okay? Don't cast them out. They may eat weird stuff that maybe you don't eat, okay? as long as it's I don't judge people who eat meat, but I'm like, yo, I'm trying to really talk everyone into not. But I'm like, yo, as long as your intentions honestly are pure and you're striving to live love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, you could be weird. You might be the oddball, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna love you and I'm gonna connect with you because it's those folks who've been cast out, pushed aside, and you know,
And those are the best
those are
ones.
the best ones right
Best ones
now.
among us.
Those are the best ones at this time.
The most brilliant minds. The ones that everyone's like, oh, that's a weirdo. Don't hang around them or, do your own thing. That's cool. Those are the ones who's gonna be running the world.
They're pure, they're good, yo, but they're weird. Hey, I'm just like, whatever.
Weird people run the world, y'all. If y'all ain't get the memo.
Yeah.
Weird people run the
Well,
world.
those are the creators, right? So right now, I tell my middle schoolers, this is not a time. You can't look at your brother's paper and cheat. There's no cheat codes, right? The only way that you get the codes is by activating the most weirdest things that make you uniquely you. And hopefully you talk to us or me or whoever so you can figure out how to connect your commerce with your weirdo-ness. Because usually when we connect our commerce, understanding the knowledge that we've been speaking all the time, right? When you connect that commerce side, yo, with your weirdo creative side, that's when the divinity really
I like that.
unlocks.
Connect your commerce side to your weirdo side.
Yeah.
Well, our ancestors were weird. They did some weird things. They did some great things, but they also did some weird things. So yeah, our ancestors were human.
Mm-hmm.
They were in human bodies. So yeah, they did some weird shit. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
We had good times and we had some really bad times.
Yeah.
But nothing lasts forever. So
I swear you're like you just segue, you just create an opening for me just so I can be like, yes, I know what I'm gonna say now.
yeah, it's an air sign thing.
Yes. Oh man, what did you just last say to
I'm a
her?
facilitator. I'm a facilitator.
What was your last point? I just lost it. I didn't lose it. It's just like floating right now.
Dude, it's over.
No, it's not.
You lost me.
No, it's not.
No, I was saying, we were talking about weirdo, connecting your weirdo to your business.
Yeah.
Our ancestors were weird people.
Right.
They did weird things from European eyes. It looked weird. Oh, man, why do they look like that? Oh my gosh, they look like they're covered in dirt. Oh my gosh, it doesn't come off. What's wrong with them?
Honestly, it was the other way around, folks. So we were the normal thing.
Correction.
And when we saw that pure white skin, we were like,
Correction.
what is it? Get it away. Oh, God, no. And you got to remember, even in my studies, I was thinking earlier today, I like stories, you guys. I'm not one of those people. I like all books. So I do like some of those Bible stories. My mom used to read those stories. And now that I'm a woman, and with nationality, it makes so much more sense. So remember, there's Jacob and Esau, the ones who, the birthright. They tricked the brother. One of them Esau gave his birthright up for some soup.
A bowl of red porridge.
And then the mother helped him deceive the father to further seal the deal.
A red bowl of porridge.
Mm-hmm.
Why red?
Right. So then I believe, wasn't it Jacob who goes on to meet Rebecca, right? Mm-hmm. And then Jacob works 7 years for Rebecca's dad, and Rebecca's dad tricks him. And at the wedding night, he gets the ugly sister Leah. He doesn't get Rebecca. Okay. So then he has to work 7 more years to get the beautiful one, right? Now keep in mind, y'all, he done already married the ugly one and procreated and, started having children with her. But it was like his heart wasn't in it. Y'all see what I'm saying? I could also imagine he was angry about working them 7 years for a bride and not getting her. Okay. So he marries the first one. She's ugly. And that's how they describe her in the book. She's ugly. And he really didn't love those children. You know what I mean? He just procreated with her. He did what he was supposed to do for her. Um, but then the other one, he loved her, but she was barren for a long time. So for a long time, she didn't have children. So she gave her maid to him. They had a child, and then she finally got a child. Mind you, this is after Leah has a bunch of kids. She's jealous of her sister, even though he's the one that loves her. He really loves her, but she's jealous because the sister has the children, the fruit of the womb, right? So, and you see within nationality, within the tribes, the 12 tribes, that's where we get our 12 tribes from. And so you start to see there's dissension amongst the kids, right? They're all, some of the kids fight each other, they hate each other because they know that they're not the favorite kids. You know what I'm saying? Rebecca's kids were the favorite. So that's what we have happening right now amongst the nationalities and ethnicities of the world. It's just a big old sibling rivalry because mom loved these kids more or dad loved those kids more or showed partial. You see what I'm saying, y'all? What I'm saying is the cure to that is connection.
And equality.
Connection and equality.
Like that CE, or you could just say C. Need you to see, connect.
Well, you know, Nations of Gods, I gotta look up my alphabet because CEE is one of the alphabets. The supreme alphabet, I can't remember the definition of. That's something that we can ask Shah about.
Yes, we can ask him about that.
Yeah, look at that. It's jumping in the comments. What is that?
You like love that story you kept getting played.
Huh?
Is it the fake theory on? Oh, you're talking about the story.
Yeah, right. He kept getting played, and you know why he kept getting played? Because he was a liar. Remember, y'all? He stole the birthright from his brother. Remember? No good thing comes from someone who desires to manipulate and deceive their brother. So again, you see how the whole moral of the story, it just keeps bringing us back to the heart. It just keeps bringing us back to the heart. You must love your brother as you love yourself so that when you go forward and you strike out, everything that God or the universe has for you will be granted to you. But you see, when you are dishonest and you're manipulative, then when you go forward, you too will be deceived and manipulated, you know, because that's how energy works, yo. What you put out is what you get back. Reciprocity is the order of the day too.
Yeah, you get caught up in that whirlwind.
Word.
Everything is connected to every other thing. Everything is connected.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is connected, y'all. So that's what I love about being myself, being a Moor. You realize that, yo, rather than me having to differentiate between Hebrew Israelite, Nubian, Ethiopian, Indian, Afghanistan, Arabian, even Haitian, Puerto Rican, Dominican, all these other modern nationalities they got today.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that's ill to me is the fact that us as Moors, we embody all of that. It's like we're all of it and none of it at the same time.
Right. And isn't it funny that the word more, like when you think of more, more, like I want some more, please. Yeah. More just means add.
Striving, yeah, striving.
Like add.
Striving for more.
Add on. You know what I mean? Just give me more. That means that I have some, but I need an increase. So we are the increase.
You want to hear something funny too? Mm-hmm. More also means to anchor for a ship. Mm-hmm. So when a ship is anchored and stable, it's mooring.
Oh, let's talk about that too. I'm glad we're talking about this. So I had an interesting conversation, you all, with my mentor from when I was a younger woman. And she made the remark towards me because she's still in Christianity. I am not in Christianity. So I kind of see myself in everything. But it was weird because even when I was in that realm, I was different than the others. I was telling them You are, after you got baptized, essentially you woke up as Jesus. So I was telling people like, yo, you're Jesus. Go be Jesus. Okay. Go be so connected to your purpose that you know without a shadow of a doubt what you're supposed to do, and then do it fully. Right.
Right.
I was telling people that. No one else is telling them that in church. Okay. And I say that to say that even in our blindness, there's things that we could use if we could get the lessons, right? So religion was supposed to teach the lessons, and then you were just supposed to know who you are already with the lessons. So my mentor says, you know, I've been where you are. She asked me what I believed, right? As far as a higher power, how did I see that? And so I told her, I said, I do believe that the creation of everything is the sun, right? The actual sun, you guys, in the sky.
Correct.
So that's what I believe, right? And I told her, I said, I believe that I am my own form of God, and that I have a purpose that I'm supposed to do that only I can do. And so when I meet people, I feel like I'm like activating them, I'm waking them up. So I told her I actually have taken on the role, or the, you know, when you're in church and they say, be the arms and the legs and the hands and the feet of God. Well, if the sun is God, then I am actually God, because I actually have hands.
Allah.
So I told her this, and so she said, okay, well, I've been where you are. And that sounds metaphysical. It is. But she was like, I've been where you are, but I didn't have anything to anchor me. So she went back to Jesus. Nothing wrong with that, because my one brother said, just see Jesus as justice. So some people just had to go back to justice. What was the justice that Jesus supposedly did? He was so connected to his purpose that he shed blood for all of the ignorant. This is what they believe. That he shed blood for the ignorant so that they wouldn't have to bleed, and that I guess they still can figure it out as they, this is what they believe. So she had to go back to her anchor was, someone did something for me. Okay. And for some people, that's what propels their intentions. You see what I'm saying? Remember, I told you nationality is about the heart, y'all. So for some people, they got so far out there and it wasn't enough. Okay. Like, to be everything and nothing at the same time was too much for them. So they had to go back. You know what I'm saying? They had to go back to something. Well, whatever. If that's what you need to be a good person, then that's what you need.
That's what you need to do.
I don't need to believe that somebody died for me to be good. I told her that people actually died. My ancestors died. They were like, yo, do you believe? And if they said no, they killed you. Do you believe Jesus died?
Well, I just respond to that with like, no, I don't believe he died. I know my ancestors died though, and they're continuing to die today on my behalf.
So I told them, stop believing that part. Yes.
To believe.
And know what really happened.
You need to know that your ancestors died for you.
Yeah.
Then maybe you act different.
Yeah. Yep. It is too much for most to grasp. And it do sound metaphysical. I'm sorry. I'm all looking at the phone. Looking at the messages. But,
that's why I got it there.
But yeah, some people, so he and I were talking that night, right? And I told him, I said, what my anchor is? My anchor is my mind. So I didn't think to tell her that on the phone, you guys, because I kind of just let her talk some more. And then I had to take a nap. But I woke up like, my anchor is my mind. Why is the mind the anchor? Your mind is the anchor because it creates all of the ideas, whatever you're believing or knowing. It's your mind and your brain working together to give you data, and with your heart you get understanding. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just so beautiful how the Creator makes us, but we've been indoctrinated, y'all. We've been indoctrinated so deep that even when we get so close, we lose it all. Well, some of them do. I didn't. I still remember this. This happened on Monday. So,
Stay connected, y'all. Learn how to stay connected.
oh, you like that scarf, girl? I I'm glad that you like it. Let me put my head down in the camera. You see, it's just like it has sequins on it. I have to take a photo in the light, but this is the back of it.
Answer.
Yeah, girl. Thanks to my Ethiopian sisters up in Seattle. I just love, I swear, man, when I realized that when I realized who I was, man, it just made me love uh, the people from the motherland even more, yo, because, they came over here, they got shops that I could shop in. Oh, you a scarf freak? Email me, man. I'll gladly send you some stuff. There's some pretty things up here. I've met some, right? Thank you. I think I paid like $10 for this scarf too. It wasn't expensive at all. Yes, you're right. Belief and knowing are definitely different. Definitely different.
Don't be in the state of belief, the state of a lie.
Right?
BELIE. B, state of.
Right.
Don't be in a state of a lie, y'all. Better know what's going on.
And yeah, you better know. This is where we are, the age of knowing. You can know. And that's how, it's crazy though, because everybody talks about Jesus, but man, I swear y'all, like the Christians, I read that book thoroughly and I love talking to them because I'm like, yo, you said that you died to yourself. So why is Jesus worshiping Jesus? You're supposed to be doing things, doing the work, which is uplifting fallen humanity. You know what I mean? Jesus wasn't like and man, the way that Christians make it seem, Christians make it seem like Jesus would have a nice suit and a big church and yo, he'd be like some of us artists. Jesus was a starving artist.
Nah,
he wasn't starving though, but because he knew how to operate in commerce, because he knew the law. And he knew his purpose.
Anybody that say Jesus was or Yeshua was a poor teacher is a lie. That man traveled.
Okay? Well, I don't think they meant poor, like poor.
No, I know what they mean. They meant like he didn't really have he was just regular.
He wasn't extravagant. Yeah. Like, look we're not extravagant.
Look, no, we're not extravagant. But what I'm saying is, he had bankrolls in his pocket. Okay, I should say he had gold sacks in his pocket. So what I'm saying is he was making moves. Because you got to think about it. If he's helping people, people are always willing to give. So he was a rich man. Anywhere he went, he always find somewhere to sleep. Always have food for him. Always have someone washing his clothes. And he's always helping people in the community. So he was rich. If he needed to travel, here's a camel. Here's 2 camels. Here's 3 camels. Here's a horse. Like, Jesus was filthy wealthy. Don't get it twisted, man. That's the whole point of being connection. Wealth is in connection. It's not wealth. Oh, I have a bank account of like 54 million Monopoly pieces of Monopoly that has someone's white Caucasian face on there that says this is worth something. Like, no, that's not how it works. So don't get caught up in the hype, man. You gotta be connected, because your net worth is your network. We're just still all about connection. Who are you connected to?
Yeah, so, oh man, I'm glad that while I'm on YouTube, let me say, y'all, because my platform, I've been doing things from, I got to get off Facebook. I do have a YouTube page. Check me out on YouTube. I'm Halisi, the Wisdom Wordsmith. If you're on Facebook, you can find me as Halisi, the Wisdom Wordsmith, or hashtag Wisdom Medicine. And like while we're talking about connection as artists, the Love, Freedom, and Revolution tour, right? So I just been telling everybody about this tour, because what is the tour? The tour is us all coming together and connecting all of our gifts, to wake up whoever is listening. Okay. And so we've had extensive thoughts and plans of RVs and cameras, and there's a trailer for Love, Freedom, and Revolution. Freedom, Love, Revolution, Love, Freedom, Revolution. I'm all scrambled up. It's late. I'm getting tired, but um, email us, man. If you're an artist and I don't know, maybe your music or
You want to type in your email?
something reflects nationality. I'm a poet, MC, singer. Type in email.
Mm-hmm. She is the wordsmith for a reason now. She do get to the writing. That's how I know she a L. L's like to write. L's like to write their own laws. Bays like to enforce those laws that have been written. Then you got the L bays. They like to write their laws and then enforce their laws. But it's all about connection. You know, connection with you, your ancestors, and what's the bridge? What's the thing that bridges that connection? Your treaty. Your treaty is what bridges the connection. So if you don't have the ability yet to read your treaty with understanding, to create that connection, like, oh, that's what happened.
Yes, that's right. Where are you at, Ivy?
It's never gonna make sense.
Where is Ivy at? What state are you in?
Caught up in the chain.
I'm sorry, I just busted through, but I'm talking to her like, we shall connect. This is awesome, y'all.
You can drop the email.
I did.
Yes.
Actually, what's the? Did you put Sunel in there?
Yeah, I was gonna say you could drop mine in there too. If anyone's interested in nationality and trust, I mean, y'all already know. I already know what I do, man. Y'all already know what I do. Email me. Also for inquiries, and if anyone's interested in becoming a private member of Sunel University, email me as well. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Well, today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. So, you know, there is a weekly conference call for all private members.
Yes. Come to the islands. Where you at, girl? You in Jamaica?
And it's pretty much all right.
I'm sorry.
And this it's pretty much maybe lose my train of thought. Yeah, it's pretty much an open floor panel so everyone can bring in their questions. You know, no such thing as a bad question, and the more clarity we get on each other's questions, then the better we'll be able to move. So it's an open floor panel. Everyone can bring as many questions as they want. And we can build, we can fine tune those things we don't have much clarity on. So it's every Friday, only for private members of Sunel University, every Friday, Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, 7 Eastern Standard Time, 8. And like I said, you can always catch my mate on Facebook at Wisdom Medicine. She be dropping some dope lives too, so we posted. And you know, we just building with everyone. So once again, love y'all. Peace. Get some rest, or if your day started, have a good day.
Hey, don't close out yet. I want to give him a poem. I thought I was looking. Shit. I was like, yo, is he about to close out?
Yeah, I'm about to close out.
So this is what I've
close out with the poem. Right?
This is what I've been doing on Wisdom Medicine when I close out, y'all. So I say, I am a tree for you, provide fruit for you, shade, cool shade, cover from the rain and all the elements. Oh, yes, baby, I am a tree for you. Sit beside me at campouts and cookouts. Climb up my magical arms. I lift you up. Brothers and sisters, I lift you up. Oh, yes, baby, I am a tree for you. Taste my fruit and live. And what is the fruit? The fruit is the knowledge. So go be trees for all those that you love. And let's do this work. Peace.
Wrong hand.